something to keep in mind is that more sail doesn't always mean more speed. And so selecting the right jib for the right conditions is critical. We have 3 jibs on the boat. We have a very small one, which is for heavier winds, 15 plus knots. We have a medium-sized jib from 10 to 15. And then we have a big 150% Genoa, which is blue and white. And that's really for very light air, 5 to 8 knots at the most. We put the right sail up so we don't heel too much and stress the rig. What I'm going to show you is how we change that sail so that it's set right for the boat. Remember, when you're done, it's going to be critical that you put that sail back the way that you found it. We try to leave the small sail on at all times. I'm going to talk to you now about picking the right sail for the right wind conditions. The Whisper carries 3 jibs on board that are attached with hanks. The jib is a sail that helps us maintain control of the boat. The bigger the jib, the lighter the air that we want. The smaller the jib, the heavier the air. More sail doesn't mean more speed. If you have too much sail up for the conditions, you're stressing the rig and you're making it so the boat is heeling over too much and you're unable to control it. Making sure that you pick the right sail for the right wind conditions is critical for everyone being safe. So what we say is, above 15 knots of wind, we want to have the smallest jib. Probably 8 to 13, we want the medium-sized jib. And really anything under 8, you can use the big 150 Genoa, which is the blue and white sail. When we're done, please make sure that you put the small sail back on so it's ready for the next person. What we're going to do is we're going to attach the jib just like we would any other sail. We're going to start down at the tack and we're going to attach this shackle. We're going to run our hands up the bolt rope and attach these hanks. They open just by pulling down and they all point to the starboard. By working our hand up towards the head, we ensure there are no tangles in the jib as we attach them on. When we finally attach all of them on and get to the head of the sail, we can put the halyard on. Before you raise the sail, it's critical that you run the jib sheets into the fairlead cars on the tracks. Then raise your sail, making sure to have plenty of halyard tension so you don't get scallops. So I'm going to attach the tack. Thumb tight is fine. I run my hand up and I attach the hank facing towards the starboard. Again, facing towards the starboard, I keep running my hand up. Final step is I'm going to attach the jib halyard. And then run the jib sheets. I've disconnected the jib sheets and put them down into the mess of sail right there. My next step is I'm going to disconnect the main halyard and disconnect the tack. That's the most common overlooked thing, is disconnecting the tack. And we do that so the bag can get around the whole sail and prevent ultraviolet light from beating on the sail and destroying the Dacron. So let's see what that looks like. Disconnecting the head of the jib, and I attach it to the bow pulpit. It's loose right now, but I'm going to make sure that I tighten it up. Disconnecting the tack, put the pin back in and screw it closed. Final thing I'm doing is getting the sail bag, and I'm going to stuff the jib in, keeping the top of the bag with the lines open. Final step, I take the line, I cross it on top with everything tucked in, tie it off just with a little bow knot, just like your shoe, and we're done. We can see that the jib is completely out of the way and that we're minimizing the amount of damage light can do.